I'm Paul Edwards, author of the Mourner's Woods books. Tonight I'm reading For Monsters Only magazine from January 1972. Let's look through this magazine together and see what kinds of vintage monster goodness is in here. This issue of For Monsters Only, which by the way is the official magazine for all monsters, is going to bring us Cry of the Banshee and Scream Again. Also, something on Basil Rathbone. And this is really hard to read. Bloodthirsty, the Fiendish Monster Insert. Okay. Wow. Okay. Also, if you look closely, Scream and Scream Again. Do you see something wrong here? Check this out. They spelled weird wrong. Weird is W-E-I-R-D, not W-I-E-R-D. So they've got a typo right on their cover. That is not a good sign. But for a 60-cent cover price, what do you want? Wow. All right, well, we're opening with King Kong from King Kong vs. Godzilla. And I have to say, I do like the cross-section of the haunted house with pictures of what to expect in this issue. That's pretty good. All right. Letters to the magazine, of course. Post-mortem office. Edgar Allan Poe probes new depths of terror. Yikes. All right, Cry of the Banshee is a movie where Vincent Price plays a witch hunter in the olden days, and he comes upon a cult of actual witches and kills most of them, but inexplicably leaves their evil leader alive, who then gets revenge on Vincent Price's character by turning a member of his household staff into a monster that hunts down people close to Vincent Price's character one by one. I did a whole video on Cry of the Banshee. Mostly because I use banshees in my own book series, the Mourner's Woods books, and I was comparing the banshee in Cry of the Banshees to the banshees that I use in Mourner's Woods. Yeah, I gotta say, they do a good job of going right through the whole script here. It's basically like a novella. It's telling you exactly what's happening, scene by scene, in Cry of the Banshee. So if you've never seen it or want to relive it, this is a good opportunity. Here, they're going to quiz you on which movies these images come from. But you can pretty much tell, even if you don't actually know, you can pretty much guess, because all the other choices are joke answers. For example, this picture of the Wolfman. What's this from? Is it War of the Colossal Fleas, 20,000 Leagues Under the Fish Pond, Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman, Creature from the Car Wash? Well, you can probably tell even if you didn't know. And they're all like that. You gotta love the alligator people. Well, here are joke captions, balloon captions on giant monsters. the dragon with a missile launched in it says, "I knew this was going to happen. My Blue Cross lapsed yesterday." Oh my gosh. It's from I Married a Monster from Outer Space. Take me to your leader. Also, to a good plastic surgeon. This is a little funny. Godzilla smashing a bridge, and it says, "Make me pay a toll, will they?" There's Mothra, of course. All right, more Vincent Price. Oh, look, Scream and Scream Again, and here they spell weird correctly. W-E-I-R-D. Got it wrong here, but right here. Of all the horror actors, there was just no one like Vincent Price. He committed to each role 110%. That's another way of saying that he was over the top. He was great, though. Another round of joke captions on real horror movie pictures. Really? Oh, man. Demon of Distinction, the Basil Rathbone story. Yeah, see, I mostly think of Rathbone as Sherlock Holmes, which he played Sherlock Holmes in about 1 million radio broadcasts and maybe 10 or so movies. Yep. But when he wasn't playing Sherlock Holmes, a lot of the times he was the bad guy, like in Tower of London. Oh, it's actually a pretty good publicity picture from the Wolf Man. Look at that. This must have been a publicity picture they made for House of Frankenstein. Another round of these. All right, let's see if these are any funnier. Yeah. This is probably the funniest one, but people nowadays wouldn't get it. Put the voltage up, Professor. He's starting to sound like Tiny Tim. Watch who you're calling skinny, man. Brother. Oh, what is the difference between fiendish for fun and chilling chuckles? They're just repackaging the same gag. Oh, stop sulking. You can terrorize a town tomorrow. I know this one is from Blood of the Vampire. And this, of course, is from The Beast from 20,000 Fathoms. Are you sure it's in season, Herb? Oh my gosh. Mad Mirth Makers. Another repackaging of the exact same gag. All right. If you're truly a monster kid, you should be able to name all 4 of these movies. Can you do it? Ready? Frankenstein Conquers the World, 1965. Frankenstein, 1931. Conga, 1961. The Mummy's Hand, 1940. Count Yorga is an interesting movie. All right, I want to keep my channel family friendly. So the way I describe this is going to be as follows. When they started making Count Yorga Vampire, it was going to be a movie that absolutely was inappropriate for anyone under 18. And the script they had surrounding those kinds of scenes actually turned out to be halfway decent. And they realized as they were making the film, if we took out the scenes that are absolutely inappropriate for anyone under 18, this actually would be a normal, regular horror movie. So that's what they did. They took out that kind of material and left the horror movie elements. And that's where we got Count Yorga Vampire. Oh, look, we get horror comics in here too. That's good. At least it's not just another round of the joke pictures. I like the look of the dark stairwell. Vamp Attack. Yikes. Should we send away for a fake faucet? I actually had this. I got this at Jack's Joke Shop when I was a kid. This is it's like a ketchup bottle, but there's a long red thread that's packed into it. So when you squeeze the bottle, it looks like a stream of ketchup comes out and like you're squirting ketchup at the other kid. Wow, you can get a fake lit cigarette, big buck teeth, hot pepper gum, a rubber pencil. I like the rubber pencil. Palpitator plate lifter. I like it. Oh, only 50 cents per gag. Buy 4, get a 5th one free. Oh. 8mm home versions of some of your favorite monster pictures. Boy, in 1972 when this magazine came out, if you could have told us monster kids then that someday you'd be able to own complete copies of all of these movies at your fingertips, we would have been astonished. We would have been like, we'll be watching them all day. Oh, Who doesn't want a third eye? Oh, it's the bitter end for Count Yorga. Spoiler, he doesn't make it through the end of his own movie, but he does come back in a sequel anyway. And of course, we have one last joke caption with Teenage Frankenstein. Don't tell me, dandruff, after all those scalp treatments. Listen, if you enjoy vintage horror and classic monsters, check out my book series, the Mourner's Woods books. I'm self-published on Amazon. I've written a series of novels that all take place in a haunted forest, Mourner's Woods. Each book has a completely new cast of characters, encounter a completely new threat in Mourner's Woods, different kinds of monsters and spooks and ghosts. My books are available on Amazon. They're in ebook and paperback and audiobook. My name again is Paul Edwards. My books are the Mourner's Woods books. Thanks for spending some time looking through For Monsters Only with me. I'll see you in Mourner's Woods.